nobody. Nothing.
Stacks up Jey Uso. Gunther retains.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Ring. We'll talk about Saturday night's main event for review. Saturday night's main event recap. Get the lights as we come in. The match card is Jey Uso versus Gunther world title. Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley women's world title. Contract signed between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Shawn Michaels the moderator for the WWE title at Royal Rumble. Then we later have Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu, who is going to fight. And we also have Intercontinental Championship match, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Let's go to the first match. We got Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax for the women's world title. Kicked off the show. Rhea Ripley was on one. She does something that she normally don't do. She's known for being a powerhouse. She was a high flyer in this match. She did some dives outside the ring, not once but twice. And it was a good match between those two ladies. Nia Jax tried to annihilate her. She had that once. She tried to do a second time. Rhea Ripley picked her up, put her for the power bomb. And as these women were going along, it was good. It was very solid. It was a good back and forth between Nia and Rhea Ripley. I liked how these two was going at it. Rhea Ripley is her first title defense since winning the women's world title. But Nia Jax definitely brought it as a competitor. We seen it from these two before, fighting from Elimination Chamber last year. But doing at the end of the day, it became Rhea Ripley that retained her Women's World Championship. Congratulations to Rhea. We gonna see what else is gonna happen upcoming Royal Rumble. Who's gonna win the Women's Royal Rumble or Chamber to challenge Rhea Ripley for that title? All right, the next match we have is for the Intercontinental Championship, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. We know that these two have been feuding for quite some time. Sheamus trying to get that one goal is to win the Intercontinental Championship, a title he never won. Sheamus, he did his thing in his right. He got he had his power. He had the bro kick and everything, but Braun Breaker, he was on one. He definitely has good offense. He counters Sheamus moves. He counters Sheamus doing the 10 count of what he does. I know Sheamus has some good offense outside of the ring. You know, he did some good things to that on Braun. But however, Braun, he caught a mid-air spear on Sheamus outside of the ring. That was epic. That was very good. Both of these men putting out work. Sheamus had some near falls, but it wasn't good enough. Braun, he definitely had the Frankenstein of what he normally does in the ring. He normally does his thing. But these two had a very good match. Very, very good match. At the end of the day, Sheamus did everything he could, but not good enough. Braun Breaker ended up retaining the Intercontinental Championship, still champion. A very, very good bout between these two. Expect these two to fight again at WrestleMania 41. Sheamus will have his big moment, his WrestleMania moment, and be the first time winning Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas. Now, let's move on to the contract signing between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. We know that both titles will be suspended in the air. Shawn Michaels, of course, is the moderator. It got tense. Shawn Michaels had to tell both Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, let's sign a contract, let's get this going. They kept staring at each other. And during the moment of that, you could just, in that moment, it was just crazy how these two were going at it. But it needed to be done. I think that Nick Aldis did everything he could in his end to get these two to sign a contract, and it was not working. So I'm glad that Nick Aldis called Shawn Michaels on there, got him to do it in his hometown, San Antonio. He got a huge pop, but you could feel the tension between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, you know, he said what he had to say. He got tired of Kevin talking, signed a contract, which they both signed. Shawn Michaels called out Kevin Owens saying, you sound a little bit jealous. Then Kevin Owens came in, Shawn Michaels saying, I'm going to be a better champ than you ever were. You really want all that great champion. Got booed like crazy. Say he lost his smile. Then after it was settled, it was official. Kevin Owens tried to attack Cody Rhodes. You know he does. And then, of course, he's going to try to attack Shawn Michaels as well. We knew that was going to happen. And as he was going to set up Shawn Michaels up, get him, I think it was a pile driver or stunner. I think it was the pile driver. And Cody Rhodes came in. He punched Kevin Owens. Then next thing you know, it was just chaos in the ring. The crowd was really into it. It was a good moment, a good segment filler. And then we know Shawn Michaels had to tune up the band. He sweet chinned Kevin Owens, and that was the end of that segment. But we do have the match official, Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble. Ladder match for the Undisputed WWE Championship, which will be 2 weeks away. We're going to see what takes from there. Next match, we have the Battle of Two Monsters, a Beast versus Monster. Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. These two definitely had power. Braun Strowman had power. He had advantage outside doing that train all aboard. He got Jacob a few times, but I think third or fourth time he came around, Jacob Fatu, he threw Braun over the announce table. But it was just simply the battle of giants. And we saw this before with Braun Strowman versus Bronson Reed. But I said that Jacob Fatu was going to be dominant. He was going to look strong. I did say he would have some interference, but so what? But Jacob Fatu, he was ready to go. He had Braun in the corner, kept running him through the corner. And as he was doing that, the ref had to stop him, got in the middle of the way. Jacob pushed the ref out the way. He kept doing that, that move in the corner. And Jacob Fatu, he also went outside the ring to grab a steel chair. Disqualification, but that didn't stop Jacob from giving Braun that work, which he did. Braun was bleeding. He was carried out. Jacob Fatu standing tall. I can't wait to see what's the next move going to be for Jacob Fatu as a singles competitor. So this was a good way to build up Jacob. I like how he did it. I know they always use Braun as the guy to build the big man up, but hey, it works. Why stop doing it, right? But this was a good segment. Good segment of when they tried to get Jacob out the ring, a part of the match after the match was over. Now we got the world title match main event. Jey Uso versus GUNTHER for the world title. Man, I would have to say I thought Jey was going to be dominating through the whole match. I was wrong. Jey he was getting up there with GUNTHER. He was getting some attacks in. GUNTHER with the chops. Jey hitting back. Jey, he also had a couple of spears. He also has some super kicks. He had a splash, but it was not good enough. Near falls. GUNTHER tried some power bombs on Jey. Jey kicked out a couple times. He got some more power bombs. It didn't work. They was just counting each other's stuff because these two have wrestled before in the past. We know the history between Jey and GUNTHER. And Jey had a chip on his shoulder. He wanted to prove to GUNTHER that he's serious about it. He's not just a mascot, as GUNTHER said in a promo. But he got close. He got close a couple of times. The crowd was behind him. There were some points where we thought Jey was actually going to win the World Heavyweight Championship. It was so close in the match. We really thought it was going to get to that point. But it wasn't. GUNTHER used his power, his strength. He got some offense as well. Of course, he's the champion. But this was a good match between these two. It was a good world title match bout. I like how both of these two were working well with each other. But at the end of the day, GUNTHER got Jey with the last powerbomb. He is still the World Heavyweight Champion. He won the match and retained his world title. But you could tell GUNTHER at the end, after Jey was defeated, that he showed some respect towards Jey Uso by staring at him. We noticed that at the end of the match. And this was good. This was good for GUNTHER. GUNTHER, of course, is going to be world champion to Royal Rumble. We saw GUNTHER, how he looked. He tied like he broke a sweat with Jey Uso. It wasn't no cakewalk like he thought it was going to be. But we expect GUNTHER to await his winner, either at the Royal Rumble winner or Elimination Chamber winner, to challenge him for his title at WrestleMania 41 for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we do expect that to happen. But it was a good match, though. Jey Uso, unfortunately for him, he's done. He needs to go back to tag team with his brother. Jey Uso needs to stop this whole challenge of a championship because Jey's like 0 for 10 at this point, or 1 for 10. But other than that, though, between the matches here for Saturday night's main event, for the full review, I will give this TV special a 4 out of 5. Very good show. I was not disappointed. Much better than last time. Because, last time that show was not all that good. It was very, very whack. But this one was very good. They made up for it. It was not overhyped like the first one. I guess the first one was a test run. This one was real good. We had 3 titles on the line. The women's and men's world title and the Intercontinental Championship, and a good segment for the Royal Rumble Undisputed WWE title match at Royal Rumble for a ladder match. But this was good. There was no surprise. No one showed up. We had cameos. We had Mark Henry. We had Medusa, Alundra Blaze. We saw her. We saw Tully Blanchard. We saw the $1 Million Man. We saw a lot of celebrities out. And that's all I have for Saturday night's main event for review. Saturday night main event recap. You guys let me know what you thought of the TV special. We are continuing about to hit the road to WrestleMania. Royal Rumble's around the corner, guys. So we got to get ready for that. But it was a good one. Definitely a solid one. Soon to videos to pop up, guys. You guys click the links below. Until then, guys, you already know what it is. It's OUT.